All right, for progressive build this morning, you're going to need 2 sets of fairly heavy dumbbells. There are you could also go like a mid-range weight for the doubles, like somewhere in that 12 to 20. If you need to take it down to 10, take it down to 10. And then we're going to have a group that you have one single dumbbell for. So I would go heavier for that one. Make sure you have one heavier dumbbell out. We have a blend of 2 formats today. So our first one, we are going to go you've got 3 40-second exercises. So the first 40 seconds, you got those dumbbells hanging, we're going squats. Second 40 seconds, we're going hammer curls, keeping them off your body. And then our third 40 seconds, we're going a neutral press. We're going to go through that 3 times, 40 seconds each. Those 40 seconds are going to stay continuous, and then you'll get a 15-second rest between rounds. We start with 40 seconds of squats. Ready? And go. Squat it. 40 seconds, dumbbells are just hanging. Good. There's your halfway already. 20 seconds. I want you to think about keeping that chest lifted. Don't let those shoulders round and open up through that low back. Think about just keeping that chest elevated slightly. Keep that chin up. Feet are shoulder width apart. Push that butt back into that squat and switch. We go 40 seconds on those hammer curls. So those wrists are facing each other. Good. We curl. Wrists facing each other. Making sure when you're coming down out of that curl, we're also controlling the release of that curl. And when we get to the end, we're leveraged off that body. Good. Make sure you're not making contact with that body, pushing out and pushing up. Keep it isolated to those biceps. In 5 seconds, we're going overhead for that neutral press and switch. We go overhead, neutral press, exhaling as you're pressing up. I also want you to think about keeping that core in check, making sure as you're pressing, you're not letting that rib cage flare. Rib cage flares, just think about popping that chest out. Think about those rib cage separating. If we're in a controlled core position, that rib cage is in and we're still doing that same work. Good. 10 seconds. And then we're going to set those dumbbells down, shake out for 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Nice job. Dumbbells down, shake it out. We come back to the top. Dumbbells are hanging for those squats. 40 seconds, 2 minutes of work at a time. We go in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells are hanging for those squats. Take your time in those squats. Find that 1 second at the bottom. Find that slow and controlled on the up, where you're continuing to challenge that lower body. There's your halfway. 20 seconds down. 20 seconds to go. We're down to 10 seconds left. Chasing that squat. Good. From here, we go to those hammer curls in 3, 2, 1. Going to hammer curls. Again, I want you to think of that farmer's carry at the bottom. We're not letting them sink in. We're keeping them out here. And that keep out of that dumbbell where it's off your body, you're also continuing to get into your shoulder caps, carving out your shoulder caps. Your triceps become activated as stabilizers. Good. From here, we go overhead for that neutral press. 10 seconds to go. On that neutral press, as you get into that second set, These weights are a little bit challenging, so you're gonna get to up here. If at any point you need to go to alternating, you can go to alternating. Switch. We're at neutral. We press. Maybe you go 2 together, and then maybe you go 2 singles. Just keep finding your push within that 40 seconds. Every time you can find that double push, find that double push. Every time you need to slow it down to a single, slow it down to a single. Listen to your body, find your push. You've got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, dumbbells down. 15 seconds off, then we come back for our third and final round. Starting with those dumbbells hanging at our sides for those squats. We go in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells hanging at your sides for those squats. Slow and controlled. You find that hold at the bottom. Good. Exhaling as you're standing up. Try not to hold your breath. I want you to think about keeping those knees pushed open. Don't let them sink together as you push to stand. Five seconds for taking it to hammer curls. And switch. We're going to hammer curls. Wrists are facing each other. We're staying leveraged off that body. Good job, you guys. From here, we take it to those shoulders for that neutral press. You can go to alternating. You're continuing to fight for those doubles within it. Good. Keep that chest lifted, keep that chin lifted. We go overhead in 3, 2, 1. So those dumbbells are at your shoulders. We press. Wrists are facing each other. You're going full range of motion. Add those singles in whenever you need them. A right, a left. Try to come back to those doubles. Good. We've got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Dumbbells down. You've got 20 seconds off. We are now moving to an AMRAP round, which will be 4 minutes. You are going to keep those same dumbbells. We're going to go 10 reverse lunges. Each side counts. So it's 1, 2. Once you hit your 10, we step to center, and we're going to go 10 upright rows. So it's 10 reverse lunges. Each side counts to 10 upright rows. This is a 4-minute round. All right, load up. Ready? And go. 4 minutes. We start with those alternating reverse lunges. Each side counts. Once you hit your 10, you step to that center line. We take it to those upright rows. Within those upright rows, you're keeping those elbows higher than those wrists on that pull, high pull. The heads of those weights at the center are tracking right up the front of that sternum. Good, keep it out in front of that body. For 10 high pulls, those dumbbells then shift to your sides again at hanging for 10 alternating reverse lunges. You've already knocked out your first minute. 10 upright rows to 10 reverse lunges. Good job. You're going to feel that hold That upright row, you're gonna feel that a little bit quicker because in that reverse lunge, those shoulders don't drop in that hold of a reverse lunge. We automatically kind of keep that chest lifted. We keep that weight held through our upper body. So this is weakening that upper body hold for that lunge by having to go right back into an upper body lift. We go an upper body hold to an upper body lift. Just keep chasing it. 10 reverse lunges. Each side counts to 10 high pulls. With those high pulls, even though those elbows are staying higher than those wrists, I want you to think about relaxing those shoulders. Pull from a relaxed shoulder state. Those elbows might not get all the way up here, okay? You're not trying to take it all the way into the upper traps with this one. High pull. You're over halfway there. We've got 4 minutes on the clock. You've already knocked out 2:15. Reverse lunge. We reverse lunge for 10. Dumbbells are hanging at our sides. Once you hit your 10, we step to that center line. Shoulders are relaxed. We high pull. High pull. Zip it right at the front of that body. Making sure when we come to the bottom, we're not dropping all the way out and sinking into those dumbbells. We're staying in a lifting state, ready to pull right back into that next rep. You'll hit your 10, and then you're going to take it to dumbbells hanging for those reverse lunges. With those reverse lunges, I want you to think about releasing through those shoulders. Let that weight hang down. You're in a reverse lunge, so that upper body can hinge slightly forward. You start to get kind of stiff in that hold. We're focused on that back side. Let that body sink into it. Great job, you guys. 10 reverse lunges to 10 upright rows. You are just over 20 seconds to go. You've got 3 minutes, 40 seconds down. 20 seconds of work. Keep that body in it. Stay with it. We rest in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells down. Shake it out. You've got 30 seconds off. We're going back to a 40-second round, 3 exercises. For this group, you're going to want 1 heavy dumbbell. I would say the majority of you will be in 12 plus weights. Some of you will be all the way up to 20s. Our 3 exercises in this group, we are going goblets for the first 40 seconds, okay? So your goblet, push to stand, goblet. Then you're going to keep that open stance. We're going into tricep extensions. From there, dumbbell is going to go to that chest. We're staying wide, and we're going calf raises in that more wide stance, which is going to track us a little bit more on the insides of those calves. All right, we start. So you've got 2 minutes of work, starting with those goblets in 3, 2, 1. Going to goblets for 40 seconds. Hold for that short second. Control that up. Keep that chin lifted. Making sure as you push towards the top, we're not locking out those knees. You're going just shy of full extension, maintaining that micro bend through those knees. Good. Goblet, slow on the up. Control that up. We take it overhead for triceps in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell goes overhead. Pressing. Full extension. Dumbbell taps that upper back. Then we extend. Tap. Extend. Full range of motion. In 10 seconds, we're going to those calf raises to finish out that first round. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell to that chest. We're staying a little bit wider on that stance for those calf raises. Making sure with those calf raises, you're not letting that heel bounce off the floor. Okay, so even with that little more open stance, lift the heels, take it to hover. All the way to the top, take it to hover. Good. Holding at the top for that short second, where you're really getting into that calf squeeze, engaging them. You've got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Dumbbell down for 15 seconds. Then we come back to the top, going through all 3 40-second exercises again. We start with those goblets. In 3, 2, 1, going to goblets. Good. Feet are just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes turned out just slightly, not much. Lower it. Hold for that short second. You're pushing to almost full extension. With those goblets, I want you to be mindful of not rocking all of that weight back into your heels. Try and keep that weight pretty evenly distributed through your feet. See if you feel that difference. Don't rock back in the heels. And switch. We go overhead for that tricep extension for 40 seconds. Tapping that upper back, pushing to full extension. Same thing on this one that we talked about with that upright row. You've got that, or that press, I think is where we were talking about it. Don't let that rib cage flare. It's natural to kind of want to arch into that lift and create a leverage. I want you to think about pulling that rib cage in and solely lifting with that upper body. Lift with those arms. Don't flare that rib cage and create a leverage. Stay in that lift. Good. In 5 seconds, we're going to those calf raises to finish out. And switch. So you've got that little bit wider stance. Up on those toes, take it to hover, right back up. Try not to hang out at the bottom. We want to hang out at the top with those calves fully engaged. Wider stance makes that stability a little bit more unstable. So you might feel that little bit of wobble because your feet are further apart. Lift to the top. Hold for a short second, slow control release, right back up. Good. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Nice job. 15 seconds off, then we come back for our third and final round. Starting with those goblets. Ready, load it up, and go. 40 seconds on those goblets. Feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Good. Hold at the bottom for that short second. Slow and controlled on the way up. On the way up, making sure we're not holding our breath. I want that exhale as you're coming out of that squat, slow and controlled. That exhale is slow and controlled like that lower body. We drop back into it. Hold for a second to really engage everything. Slow and controlled through that lift. You have got less than 10 seconds to go. Then we're taking that dumbbell overhead for those triceps in 3, 2, 1. Going overhead for those triceps. This is your final 40 seconds with them. Find that upper back. We tap, pressing to full extension. Good. Keep that chin lifted. Try not to create space for that lift by dropping that chin into your chest. Lift that chin, working the back side of those arms. Squeezing it with each rep. Good. We switch to that calf raise in 3, 2, 1, dumbbell to that chest. We're going to that calf raise for 40 seconds. Third and final round. Pushing to the top, holding for that short second at the top, making sure when we're lowering, we're only lowering to a hover position with those heels. We're not grounding those heels and bouncing back into that next lift. Slow and controlled movement. You should feel it a little bit more through the insides of those calves. Good. You've got 10 seconds to go. And stop. Nice job. You have got that 30 seconds off. Grab a quick drink if you need one. From here, we're going to go to you'll have one single dumbbell. You're also going to need that mat out potentially. All right, so we go back to a 4-minute AMRAP. Your 2 exercises in this group. We're gonna go 10 push-ups. Once you hit your 10 push-ups, you're picking up that single heavy dumbbell, and we're going 10 alternating forward lunges. So you'll make your way back to your feet for 10 forward lunges this time. Each side counts, then you take it back down for push-ups. On those push-ups, you can do a combination of on your toes, on your knees. You can do them all on your knees. You can do them all on your toes. You can add that step if you need to take a little body weight out of it. All right, here we go. 4 minutes on the clock. Ready and go. So it doesn't matter. You can start with whatever one you want. We go 10 push-ups to 10 alternating forward lunges, lowering that chest. Elbows are at a 45-degree angle off that body. Bend, lower, and push. Same thing on this one, making sure that that chin isn't tucked into that chest for those push-ups. Keep that head in a neutral position for that spine. Then we grab that heavy dumbbell. We're taking it into 10 forward lunges. Right side, left side. Don't overstep it. Get your 10. Then we take it back down to the floor for those 10 push-ups. Lowering that chest. Elbows are at a 45-degree angle off that body. We lower chest, big push up, out. Once you hit your 10, you're making your way back to your feet for those alternating forward lunges. We're at 90 seconds down, 2.5 minutes to go. Alternating forward lunges. Good, just keep that body battling, keep pushing. 1 rep at a time. Big push out of that front leg. We take it to 10. Dumbbells to the floor. We make our way back to the floor for 10 push-ups. Elbows 45 degrees. Keeping that chin out of your chest for 10 push-ups. You are at 2.5 minutes down. You've got 90 seconds to go. 10 alternating forward lunges to 10 push-ups. Stay in it. Keep that body moving, keep pushing. Getting your 10 on those push-ups. You'll make your way back to your feet for those 10 alternating forward lunges. Good. On those forward lunges, we're going to keep that upper body a little more upright Don't let that hinge fall into the front of that lunge. We're driving out of that quad on that front lunge. On that back, on that reverse lunge, we can get more of that back side. Forward lunge, we're getting more front side. Good. You are down to 35 seconds left. You've knocked out 325. Keep those bodies moving. Keep pushing. "15 seconds to go. 10 alternating forward lunges to 10 push-ups. Keep chasing it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Nice job, you guys. Grab a quick drink. You have got 30 seconds off. We are going to finish out with an upper body finisher. It is 30-second exercises. We are going to get through it 3 times, okay? So you are going a reverse grip row. So those wrists are facing away, okay? You're in that slight hinge, reverse grip. Every time we pull, we're getting that backside squeeze. 30 seconds here, then we're gonna upright, and we're going alternating cross-body curls. Same thing as we talked about before with that curl, making sure we're leveraged off that body. We're not resting here waiting for that curl. We're out here in a hold when we're not curling. All right, here we go. You have got a 3-minute finisher, 30 seconds. They all combine, no rest between. Starting with, forgot already, reverse grip row. Ready and go. Pull and squeeze. Sometimes I laugh when I look at my whiteboards and all the stuff that I have written on it. When I was in my 20s in training, I would have so you'd have certain days and switch, we're up. I would go, if you're working 8 or 9 hours, that's 16 to 18 clients typically. And I would only have 2 workouts on a Monday. So you're either doing A or B, but I would just memorize them. And I never brought a piece of paper with me. I never brought anything with me. And I just went through the workouts. If I had to memorize a 30-minute workout now, already senile. And switch. We reverse grip, pull, and squeeze. Or I would do boot camp classes, and I would memorize an hour class. In 5 seconds, we're up for that cross body. And switch. Leveraged off that body. We're in that shoulder cap hold when we're not curling. Curl, hold, curl, hold. As soon as that other dumbbell's out of the way, that other one is starting. Don't wait for that complete stop. 10 seconds to go. We go to that reverse grip row one more time in 3, 2, 1. Flip those wrists. We pull for 30. Squeeze. Find that shoulder blade squeeze. Pinch it. Nice job. In 10 seconds, we're going to that cross-body curl. You should feel this through that upper back. Keep that body moving. 3, 2, 1. We're up. Final 30 seconds. Push through it. Leveraged off that body on that hold. Shoulder caps at work. Triceps are stabilizing. Biceps are engaged. 15 seconds to go. Curl. Hold it. curl. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, you guys, that is it for Progressive Build this morning. Great job. Have a good Wednesday. Stay warm if you're in Iowa. Bye.